Good afternoon. Uh, Today we'll be focusing on the Grasshopper API link and how to import and calculate parametric connection model. We'll be following the tutorial that is linked on our page. If you jump into support and learning, here is a support center. You'll scroll down to tutorials part, scroll down, and you will check the Grasshopper. And here is the part, this is the first from the series, Grasshopper API link, how to import and calculate parametric connection model. This is our goal. What we will do. At first, let me to switch language to the English. Okay, so I will open it up again. Fine. Okay, so in the first stage, let me go to idea statica detail where we will create the parametric model with some parameters that will be later on linked and exported to Grasshopper, and will be do some loop over some parameters to get the results. So this is our goal. Basically, if you go to the steel and the connection design, so you will see some standard uh, arrangement of the templates. So just a second, yeah, it's here. We'll follow the template what's generated here. We'll create some. We'll select the first class and the second template from the geometry, and from the point of view of the design, we'll select some moment connection where we will stay by the default values and create the project. We'll create a project, and in the first stage, I would like to show you how you just launch the developer mode that as you can see is appearing on my page, but maybe some of you don't have it on the page. So if you come back to the project properties and go to the preferences, so in the preferences here in the bottom is like advanced settings, we call it the developer mode, that enabling you to run the parameters on your desktop. So I will save it. This checkbox has to be turned on for proper behavior and like visibility on the page. Okay, so we are here. So you can see the standard parameters, not parameters, but the template, and we will just go to the load effects. So in the load effects, we can just rechange the value based on the tutorial we have. So 30 kilonewton in tension, minus 30 kilonewton meter bending moment. To have equilibrium, we need to set up the same value here for the bending moment on the other side, and for the member B there is a 30 kilonewton shear force and 60 kilonewton meter um, bending moment. Right now you can see we have a equilibrium. So right now if you save it as a like example 1 or example 1 like this, and you'll put it on the desktop or somewhere. The better is to store it somewhere in the folder. In the first stage, we'll jump into the developer part. As you can see, here is some parameters and the model properties. So if you would like to create a new parameter in the connection, you will start or initiate your modeling with this plus button, where is a parameter ID, description, expression, value, units, and visibility option. So in the first stage, I would like to parameterize this end plate, where this is my end plate property or end plate parameter. You can put here some description, but it's not necessary. It can be like empty. And here is very important the expression. So what I would like to do, I would like to like um, change the thickness based on this expression. Basically, we need to set up in the SE units the expressions. So right now it's in the meters, so we consider 10 millimeters thickness of the plate. As you can see, the software doesn't know that you are handling with the thickness of the plate, because right now we need to like assign it to to entity of the plate. So what is very important right now, you will turn on the visibility to see it in the scene. And what you can do, you can just put here the length unit. Right now, as you can see, the value is 0.01 meter, so it's correct. Right now, let's assign the thickness to properties of the parameters. You will just use this at the new model property link, and what you will see all the properties that are in the model and how the model been assembled. So you can assign it to every part like a member, welds, whatever, but we would like to focus on the end plate. So as you can see, here is the on plate end plate operations and all the parameters that are active or are used. So this is what we can select. So we'll be selecting like the thickness that has a type of the float. So it means that there can be some decimals, and we will assign it. So I will just apply it. As you can see, it's used, and right now I can cancel that. So we can try it out. So if I like change the thickness and set it to the model, you can see what happened. The thickness has been changed. This is also projected in the design part, where if I will go to the end plate, as you can see, here is a 20 millimeters. If I switch it back, put it set to default, come back, I can immediately see 10 millimeters. So this is basically how the properties and the parameters works in the model. And right now I would like to also parameterize the bolt properties. So basically I will set up a new parameter that I will call bolts. uh, Here the description, there's no description, and I would like to assign here the diameter of the bolts. So basically it's a string. So if we are handling with a string, so we need to precisely name it. You need to use like uh, special characters like M12, 8.8, and the comma up. That is up. As you can see, this is my string. You need to use it like this. Um, and the value is written here. You would like to also see it as a visible also here. And right now we need to assign the bolts to the properties of the bolts. If I again jump here to the property link and like go to the material properties of the end plate, as you can see, here is so many parameters that can be used. But just give me a sec. I will check where the parameters of the bolts are assigned. Yes, they are assigned also. They are assigned also to um, end plate properties or end plate part. So you will go back to the developer mode. You will assign it in the end plate, and you will like finding the part of the bolts where you can see here's a type bolt assembly. One is inactive and one is active. So we'll be using that is active and can be visible in the scene. So I will just apply it here, and I can cancel it. So right now, if you set it to the model, you can see and run the parameter, the bolt not found. It means we need to define in the material properties definition of the bolts or some library we have a library of the bolts, but it's not assigned to the materials card. So right now, as you can see, here is only M16. So I will create another bolt assembly that is like M14 and again M12. Right now, if you have it in library and come back to the developer mode, you should be able to assign it, and you can see it's immediately changed. So right now, if I assign it like a 14, set it to the model, it's being changed. So this is how the parameters are basically working. A very friendly approach and nicely visible in the scene. So right now, if you have it, you need to save it, and this is all for the parameters that you need to assign in the application IDEA Statica connection.